Welcome to Tombstone News. Broadcasting live from Radio Z. Bringing you stories from around Outlawz. Good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our first pilot episode of Tombstone News, a weekly running news agency located at the heart of Chernobyl, Radio Zenit, covering the hottest news from around Outlawz. I am your host and anchor, Johnny. Now let's dive into this week's top stories. Our top story of the night takes across Chernobyl to the northeast, where top faction, Backdoor Bandits, were finally raided. Let's hop over to Megan, who is broadcasting live from Backdoor's headquarters.
I am standing outside the headquarters of Backdoor Bandits, where this past Saturday, the fields were covered in red. Late Saturday night, TJ of Backdoor Bandits looked to clock out for his shift and call it a night on base patrol, when around midnight intruders from opposing faction Sicarios, as well as rival faction DSG, decided to make a move. Leading the charge of Sicarios, it's Waxy and his team were able to breach into Backdoor's base, with pings registering 19 meters from their stronghold. Even two factions were not matched as TJ quickly jumped into actions with assistance from Backdoor leader, Becky battling it out against their rivals. With the battle going on for roughly 90 minutes, Backdoor once again came out on top. However, it was what transpired after the fact that brought down the Oshine faction in the server. Post-battle with Sicarios and Desh, Boar called it a night, when out of the shadows lurked more trouble. Just Sam, the rookie from the rival faction Housewives of Chernobyl, led a group of men into the base of Backdoor Bandits. With assistance of another faction, the newcomer gang Bravados, both factions were able to reach the peak point of Backdoor Bandits' base, issuing a full raid complete. The story takes a strange twist, and conspiracies have been rumored regarding the raid. Co-leader of Backdoor Bandits, Ham, reached out to Outlawz admin staff suggesting this may have been an inside job. As the story continues to develop, stay tuned as Tombstone News will hear it first. This is Megan reporting live from Backdoor Bandits headquarters. Back to you, Johnny.
Thank you for that great coverage, Megan. In other news, the founder and co-owner of Outlawz has completed his monument project in honor of the past 8 Outlaw MyVC. The project cost totaled around $6 million. Let's just say not all taxpayers were happy with this project. In other news, bunkers have been removed from the remainder of the Outlawz season. Reports of people attempting suspicious activity have been reported. Thus, co-founder Q has removed until further construction is completed. Tombstone actually was able to acquire thus footage of some suspicious activity taking place. Let's have a look. Wow, that is for sure not sketchy. It's that time of season again. As Outlawz is breaking into the last quarter of the season, the annual nomination polls are rolling out. Vote for the Outlaws you think should be on this year's nomination ballot. Your favorite awards from MP to Best Dressed will be returning. In a Tombstone exclusive, we receive information around some leaked ballets. A poll was leaked titled, "Has Diggy Changed?" Diggy being the former CEO and faction leader of the Backdoor Bandits who recently ran and won moderator trainee for Outlawz. The leaked results show 89% of people think Diggy has changed. Let's take a second to move over to Chubbs with our weekly faction breakdown. All right, Chubbs, what do you have for us heading into this raid weekend?
Thanks, Johnny. Moving into this raid weekend, we have the battle for third place on the faction leaderboards, with Hoods on tour out of the runnings. This opens up the third place spot to a lot of factions. Sicarios, who was fourth on the leaderboards, moves into the third place spot for now. Factions Desh, Bravados, and Suicide Squad are hot on their tails and within range of clutching into the top 3. It's anyone's game as we head into the final raid weekends of the season. Exciting times to be in Outlawz. Now back to you, Johnny.
Appreciate that, Chubbs. It appears things are going to spice up as we head into our last few raid weekends. We cap off our news tonight with reports coming from the coast. Neighboring residents and factions are complaining of foul odor coming from newly opened meat shop. Reports flooded in and found new faction, the Goonies, have purchased the old coal plant as their headquarters. Shortly after purchase, the reports of dead humans were reported. Furthermore, reports of the faction's leader, Killa, attempted to eat Backdoor Bandits co-leader Ham earlier this week at the Black Market Trader. This bizarre story is just a few of many being reported. Want to thank you all for joining us here at Tombstone News. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you for watching Tombstone News. I hope you all have a great night. And remember, stay strong, stay alive, and stay true.